China has just revealed something far more important than a new aircraft or headline-grabbing claim. For the first time, it publicly showed how it simulates high-level air scenarios, placing its J-16 aircraft against Europe's most advanced jet, the Rafale. No outcomes were shared, no details explained, and no conclusions announced. That silence is exactly what makes this moment significant. This video explains what China chose to show and why it matters now. The most revealing choice in this entire story is not the simulation itself, but the aircraft China placed on the opposite side of the scenario. By selecting the Dassault Rafale, Chinese planners deliberately referenced one of the most respected non-stealth jets currently in Western service. The Rafale is widely regarded as Europe's most advanced multi-role aircraft, valued for its versatility, sensor integration, and extensive operational record across multiple regions. This choice immediately elevates the seriousness of the exercise. The Rafale is not an abstract benchmark or a theoretical design. It is actively operated by France and deployed by several other countries, including India, Egypt, and Qatar. That makes it a realistic reference point for planners thinking about real-world air environments rather than hypothetical ones. Choosing such an aircraft signals that the scenario was designed to reflect credible, high-end conditions rather than simplified training assumptions. Timing adds another layer of meaning. Over the past year, the Rafale has appeared frequently in regional discussions following claims made after a brief India-Pakistan episode in May. Pakistan stated that Chinese-made J-16 aircraft successfully engaged Indian platforms, including at least one Rafale. India did not confirm those claims, while French officials later attributed one Rafale loss to technical reasons. Regardless of the unresolved details, the Rafale became a focal point in debates about modern air capability. Equally important is how the matchup was framed numerically. The simulation board shown by China's Central Television listed 8 J-16 aircraft on one side and 6 Rafales on the other. This was not presented as a simple head-to-head comparison. One officer even pointed out that additional variables and factors were involved, suggesting a layered scenario rather than a direct duel. By choosing the Rafale and presenting it in this way, China signaled something subtle but powerful. It showed which types of aircraft it takes seriously when modeling future conditions. One of the most striking elements of this broadcast is not what viewers saw, but what they didn't. The report offered no explanation of assumptions, no breakdown of methods, and no indication of results. For audiences accustomed to dramatic conclusions, this absence may seem puzzling. In reality, it reveals how modern simulation exercises are actually used by advanced organizations. The tabletop-style format shown reflects a growing emphasis on decision-making rather than performance scores. These simulations are designed to test how planners react to uncertainty, manage timing, coordinate assets, and adapt when conditions change. Announcing a winner would add little value and potentially expose sensitive thinking. By withholding outcomes, China preserved the integrity of the process while still showing that such processes exist and are being taken seriously. The aircraft featured on China's side of the board, the J-16, plays a central role in this approach. The J-16 is not designed to operate in isolation. It emphasizes range, payload capacity, and coordination with other platforms. Analysts often describe it as part of a broader network that includes early warning systems, electronic support, and data-sharing infrastructure. This context explains why the simulation avoided dramatic visuals or simplified narratives. The goal was not to demonstrate agility or highlight a single feature, but to explore how multiple elements interact over time. The presence of a dedicated electronic support variant within the J-16 family further supports this systems-based philosophy. The restraint shown in the broadcast also reflects institutional confidence. Organizations that feel the need to prove themselves often over-explain. Here, the opposite happened. By showing only the framework, officers discussing scenarios, boards filled with symbols, and references to multiple variables, China emphasized professionalism rather than spectacle. This approach mirrors how simulations are used in other advanced contexts, from space mission planning to large-scale infrastructure modeling. The value lies in identifying weaknesses, refining coordination, and improving judgment under pressure. Seen in that light, the lack of detail becomes a feature, not a flaw. Beyond the aircraft and the simulation format, this broadcast offers insight into a much larger transformation underway. According to the report, this year marked the first time the People's Liberation Army promoted large-scale simulation exercises across both the PLA and the People's Armed Police Force. Around 20 units from operational commands and military academies participated, with additional scenarios involving ground and maritime elements running in parallel. This scale matters. It shows that simulation is no longer treated as a niche tool or experimental method, but as a standardized part of preparation across different domains. Chinese officials quoted in the report explained that these platforms are domestically developed and integrate artificial intelligence, big data, and real-time engines. More importantly, they emphasized that these systems are designed to support joint operations across air, land, sea, missile, space, and electromagnetic environments. That language signals a shift away from isolated thinking toward integrated planning. Instead of focusing on individual platforms, the emphasis is on how information flows, how decisions are coordinated, and how different domains influence each other. This approach mirrors trends seen in other advanced technological fields, where complexity demands structured modeling rather than intuition alone. Artificial intelligence plays a notable role in this narrative. Chinese academics involved in the program described AI as a tool for managing complexity, not replacing human judgment. That distinction is important. It aligns with global best practices, where advanced systems are used to support decision-makers rather than remove them from the loop. By making this process visible without revealing sensitive specifics, China projects confidence and maturity. It suggests comfort with being evaluated not just on equipment, but on methodology. In that sense, the broadcast is less about the scenario itself and more about signaling long-term direction. It shows where preparation heading and how openly that evolution is now being discussed. This moment was never about ranking aircraft or reaching dramatic conclusions. It was about revealing how preparation actually works, which reference points are taken seriously, and why simulation has become a central planning tool. By showing structure instead of outcomes, China communicated far more than a simple result ever could. The key takeaway is not the jets on the board, but the confidence to publicly show the thinking process behind preparation. That choice signals a shift toward transparency in methodology and maturity in planning, reminding us that how decisions are modeled can matter just as much as the platforms themselves. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, SpaceEyeNews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.